Well, that was interesting. Hey everyone, it is Monday, December the 6th. The time right now is 4:20 p.m. and the temperature outside is around 3 degrees Celsius. And I'm here at St Clair Station. And this would be St Clair Avenue East. And there's a look towards Yonge Street. And just on the other side of Yonge, it becomes St Clair Avenue West. And for this one, I'll be heading east for a number of blocks over to Ingelwood Drive, aka Kringlewood. And we'll check out a lot of the giant 14-foot inflatable Santas that are on display. And as you can tell, there's some snow flurries right now. And this here is as far as the 512 St. Clair streetcar goes. And I came out this way last year to record a video, but the lighting wasn't exactly ideal. This is a small sensored camera that doesn't do the best in a not very well lit residential environment. So I thought I'd get out just before sundown this year and give it a try. Hopefully some of the houses still have their Christmas lights on. And this is part of the Moore Park neighborhood. And here's where the streetcars turn in, or rather turn out of the station. They kind of go around a big loop. Here's a place I haven't noticed before, Twisted Indian Wraps. I'll have to give that a try sometime. So the sun should be setting in about 20 or 25 minutes. And we just need to cross over a creek here, and then Inglewood should be just on the other side. And this is Avoca Avenue. So apparently this started in 2013 when someone put up a single 14-foot inflatable Santa, and then that has since snowballed since then. Last year it was said that there were over 60 of them on display. If you want to see that video I put up last year, you can find that on my second channel, Johnny Stumbles. Like I said, the lighting wasn't very good, so I didn't put it up on this channel. I did, however, do a live stream at night through there, and I think it ended up getting over 35,000 views in total. And you can find that replay on this channel. And there's a look down towards the creek. And a look north up towards Yonge and Eglinton, where I came from. And I think Inglewood is the next street coming up. It actually runs north of St. Clair here, even though it's primarily an east to west street. And I think that goes north for a few blocks and ends at Heath Street. Although most of the Santas don't make an appearance until we're east of Mount Pleasant Road. And Inglewood comes to an end to the east, I think at a street called Rosedale Heights Drive. That's where you'll find the Mud Creek. And there's a giant Santa waiting for us at the corner. And I think there's a few more to be found up the north side of the street. There's one. Ingelwood Drive. So welcome to Kringlewood. And these things are 14 feet tall, and I think they're $249 on Canadian Tire, plus the added electrical costs of keeping them running. Although, like I said, this first part of Inglewood is a little bare in the Santa department. But there's still a lot of nice homes to look at. This is a relatively affluent area. And there seems to be a fair bit of construction work going on. And given that it'll be dark pretty soon, I do have my live streaming gear with me. So I might be doing a live stream after this. No exit to Mount Pleasant Road if you go that way. I've been watching this house get renovated for the past few years. I think it's an old heritage property, and it still looks nowhere near being complete. Looks kind of like a smile missing a tooth. And unfortunately, a few years back, I think someone took a knife to a lot of the giant inflatable Santas. And a local resident had to do a number of repairs. I guess this side of Inglewood does not really participate in it. There's only the one house, and I only saw one north of St. Clair, but the main area is just across the street. This is Mount Pleasant Road. Maybe my timing was about 10 or 15 minutes too early. I think I still would have caught decent lighting if I waited a bit. Oh well. There's a massive Christmas tree just over that way. And here's where the fun begins. That tall tower way off in the distance would be the Four Seasons, and that's part of the Yorkville neighborhood. And here's where all the giant Santas begin. Although things kick off with this relatively small one. Do they get half a point for that? There was a sign up around here last year that said, "Welcome to Kringlewood," on one of these properties. It's also worth noting it's a rather windy day. And a lot of these big Santas are kind of flailing about. This guy's hanging on for dear life. It might be neat to do a bit of a Santa count. There's a rival street to the north of here. I think it's Rose Park Drive, where instead of inflatable Santas, they have Frosty the Snowman out on their lawns. At night, this is often crawling with people with their cameras, and a lot of families come out. I think it was quite popular last year during the pandemic when there wasn't a whole lot else to do. I think I remember this one from last year. It was still perched in that same spot. That's a clever placement. Vishar Homes. Oh, this poor guy here is either face planted or it's humping the lawn. Or he's doing push-ups. There's a dead one. there's, maybe these ones just aren't inflated yet. Maybe because of the wind, they were deliberately deflated. Maybe their owners don't inflate them until a certain time of night. I don't really know. I wonder if the people who don't put Santas up are kind of outcasts for not conforming. This guy's on something. And this is the end of the street, and just beyond here is the Mud Creek. So this is kind of early. I don't know if I'll be posting this one on the main channel. This might be another one for the Stumbles channel. Maybe I'll throw it up as a members video. But I hope you enjoyed this walk through Kringlewood, the street with the giant Santas. And if you're not a channel member, there are links to channel membership and Patreon membership in the description. I also have an Instagram account. Oh, there's one around the corner. And there's a link to PayPal as well. Don't do it, man. Oh, he just took the tumble. It's pretty talented to just be able to hang out on your toes like that. Anyways, thank you for watching. And I will catch you on the next one. What is happening? Well, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to record this one when it was a little bit darker out than when I did. So after recording the walk that you just saw, I went back and I re-recorded it, only this time starting a little bit north of St Clair Avenue East on Heath Street East. And then I walked over to Ingelwood Drive and went down to St Clair, and then the rest of that walk was the same as the one you just saw. So here's some bonus footage from that, starting with a few short clips of some homes that had Santas in front of them, and then the entire length of Ingelwood Drive east of Mount Pleasant to where it finishes. Alright, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this bonus footage. And it's worth noting that this part isn't particularly well known for its large Santas, although there's still a few up here. It's not until I get east of Mount Pleasant that we'll really see a lot of them. And I hope the lighting on this one turns out pretty good. I tried to record this last year, but it was rather dark out, and this small sensored camera lens doesn't do very well in those conditions. And there's the last inflatable Santa we'll be seeing for a few minutes. And there'll be a whole host of them once I get to the other side of Mount Pleasant. There's a sign on one of these homes that says "Welcome to Kringlewood" on it, just up here to the right. Here's a mini one. So I don't know if those ones that are deflated are in that state deliberately or not, but we will see a few like that. I don't know if the owners did that intentionally because of the wind. There was an incident a few years back where a lot of them were slashed and had to undergo some extensive repairs. This is a pretty affluent neighborhood. This is Moore Park. And there is nobody else out here going for a stroll along Inglewood. Here's one that's deflated. It's a rather nice house that Santa isn't dancing in front of. I think this guy's on something. Sorry for the delay. I'm shamelessly trying to snap a picture of that. Oh, this one doesn't have any lights on. They all seem to have a light inside at the base of them. I'm just going to wait for this car to pass. It's not the best idea to be walking on the road at night. And it's getting dark in a hurry. You can hear the hum of the fans that are inflating these things. So I think the trick here will just be to keep the camera pointed at well-lit objects. Well, this guy is just kind of leaning against a tree there. And this is a rather nice house. And unfortunately, one of my favorite placements from one of these stands right across the street here isn't lit up. There he is, perched up on the corner of that house on the rooftop. I think I had my zoom activated for quite a while. It felt like last year there was more lights and decorations and that sort of thing on a lot of these properties. And we've hit a pretty big gap of no Santas here. There's some nice lights. And we're almost at the end here. So this is Hudson Drive. And there's a look west along Inglewood, and there's just a few more here. This one on the corner isn't that well lit. All right, so this is the end of Inglewood. I think there's one more Santa just around the corner. So this becomes Rosedale Heights Drive. I remember this home last year. Oh, there it is. I also remember it because there was a Santa up there last time I walked through here, which was probably about 40 minutes ago. There's a Santa laying down just up here. Oh, and that's a pretty home. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed this walk through Kringlewood, starting near the north end of Ingelwood Drive and then finding my way all the way to where it terminates to the east. I apologize if the lighting wasn't the best. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. And if you wish to support the channel, there are links to my Instagram and Patreon in the description below. My Instagram and Patreon, my YouTube channel membership and Patreon. There's also a link to my Instagram. And I also have a link to PayPal. Don't know how well lit I am, if at all, but thank you for watching, guys. And as always, I will catch you on the next one.